In the previous episode, we finally found an acre of North Florida forest and started clearing the land. In this one, we are finally finishing the job.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV.
This area is known as Florida's Big Bend, and the idea is to transform this into this. Good morning. I spent my first night at Pelicamp. Technically outside Pelicamp. I still don't feel comfortable driving in there. The forecast only called for 40 degrees last night, but check it out. Apparently it froze. I'm going to move to Rob and Trish's place, the average campers.
I'm staying here with Rob, and we're three Roberts here, which is kind of weird, but in any case, there's Rob from Apple and Rob. They're building the property like right here, Captain's Hideaway. And then there's the original Rob. You know him already.
Oh, the original.
It's his fault. It's his fault that we're all moving to.
Yeah, it's my fault. Sorry, guys.
Well, good morning. Hey, no, I did not get a dog. He's the neighborhood's dog. Anyway, because today's the day. Today we're clearing Pelicamp here, and yeah, he thinks he lives here. She thinks she lives here. Yeah, when the dogs aren't barking, you hear the roosters, and it feels very nice here. This is what I did. I marked with green the trees that I absolutely want to keep, and that's kind of like a rough area that I would like to keep, like a little bit of those trees in the middle. They probably won't bother anybody, and they're gonna look good. And this one I'm keeping too. I want to say thanks to Winc for sponsoring this video, and what better way to celebrate the completion of Pelicamp than with some wine. And many of you may know me as a craft beer enthusiast, but before I was into beer, I was actually into wine. And Winc is a wine subscription that crafts the internet's favorite wines and delivers them directly to your doorstep. You start by taking a quiz to get bottles matched to your taste preferences, and they have tons of different wines to choose from. Let's see what we got this month. And by the way, they come very nicely packaged. Let's see. We got some bubbly from California. We've got, what is this? A Sauvignon Blanc from South Africa. We've got some Pinot Noir and some California Cabernet Sauvignon. This is gonna be my favorite. With Winc, you're getting high-quality varietals made exclusively by Winc winemakers for a fraction of the price. And by the way, you have no membership fees, and you can skip a month or cancel at any time. And if there's a bottle you don't absolutely love, they will replace it. Now let's do a quick tasting. Click on my link to get 4 bottles for $29.95, and to top it off, shipping is free. Promo automatically applied at checkout.
So yeah, I decided to hire a professional to get the larger trees removed and finish clearing the land. That eyesore of a tree will be gone soon. I marked the trees I want removed in pink, and he started by mulching the driveway. And let me tell you, that machine, it's a beast. Very impressive to see how that machine mulches everything in its path and then spits it back out. It is 3 of them, one operating the machine, one with the chainsaw, and one picking up after them. They're such a great team.
It is now a little past 10 a.m. They've been at it for, I don't know, about an hour, not even. And we have progress, lots of progress here.
It's starting to look like Pelicamp. I can see the idea becoming a reality. That central open area where we can have a campfire with friends and gaze at the stars at night. The time has come for that big tree to go. This is a tricky one, leaning towards the neighbor's canopy.
That's how you do it.
And here's another tricky one too. And yeah, we had a lot of these old rotten trees. But these guys, they obviously know what they're doing. So, if you need any forestry, mulching, or clearing job, I fully recommend Greg Taylor. Very professional, punctual, and hard-working team.
Another major milestone here in the development of Pelicamp. Now here, let me show you here to the left. This is site 1. There was a tree leaning into my neighbor's trailer there. And I'm gonna put some more vegetation eventually. Just, you know, as a barrier. They seem to be nice people, but I want to have my privacy too. I met them yesterday. Young couple with 3 girls and 3 dogs. They seem nice. Here to the right, this is gonna be the clubhouse, probably a container home of some kind or something like that. This is more or less the location of the septic. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do it. He's coming tomorrow to let me know which is the best way to do it. Here, well, they left their trailer. They asked permission to leave their trailer because they have another job here in the neighborhood tomorrow. And besides that, there's that tree that I think I'm gonna ask him to cut it too. This is the main site. This is where Minitini I would go, or I mean a Minitini II, or Minitini II, or whatever RV I happen to have at the moment. Right here, also some vegetation. It's very close to my neighbor, but that will be the sewer site, the campsite would be on this side. As you know, I'm going clockwise, just because, not because I'm British or Australian, just because that's the way that it would be good to park a camper there, where you know your awning, your patio is overlooking this central location. El Batey, that's what I'm calling it. Batey used to be that's in sugar mills in Cuba, where they would have like a large gathering area in the middle of the sugar mill, and it was called El Batey. So why not, right? Yeah, I think the drone is gonna have a hard time following me there. So let's see if the drone wants to come this way, because I want to show you this area too. This back here is gonna stay for the most part natural, like nothing else. And as you can see, I left some trees here and there because, you know, I wanna have some vegetation. And eventually, I mean, the main campfire might be here at some point. I don't know yet. Come follow me, drone. I know you're beeping with. That's my beautiful pine tree. I love that pine tree. And that's that other bay leaf tree that is not really a bay leaf. I don't know exactly what it is. This where the Colorado is parked right now. This is going to be Minitini I, the original Minitini, semi-permanently here. I think I'm still gonna travel with it from time to time because I hadn't seen Minitini I in a long time. And yesterday I stepped inside for the first time in a while, and I got the same feeling Ili and I got the first time we stepped in it. I really liked it. Come on, drone, come here. Don't mind my pine tree. Yeah, that's that bay leaf. And this, of course, yeah, we've gone completely around the rotunda or the batey, and now we're gonna go out through the main. Yeah, the drone is beeping because it's finding obstacles, but I think it's doing a remarkable job. And this is it. This is Pelicamp in a nutshell.
We're digging a ditch to bury the power conduit going from the pole to the main panel. Ooh, Apple and Rob just showed up.
Howdy.
Hey,
What's going on?
how's it looking?
Yeah, we'll be digging. I have a newfound appreciation for people who dig.
Yeah, I might be to China, Robert. I don't know.
Yeah. I forgot to bring the tape measure, but that looks like a 4.5 to me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think you'll be safe.
You're about a little over a foot and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get it there.
Gotta keep on digging. It is back-breaking work, but it must be done. We gotta make it to at least 2 feet. Yeah, I think we're gonna finish tomorrow morning. It's too darn hot. And here it is. Rob also helped me install the main panel.
Well, it's been an incredibly productive morning here with Rob and I. Rob has been an invaluable help during this whole project. And let me show you what we did today. Well, as you saw, there was a trench there. I showed you yesterday. But we buried the conduit under the trench, 2 feet deep on the ground. These pipes are for them to verify that we actually buried it. And here, let me jump real quick because it is a little soft still in the middle there. And look what we have here, our combo box. This is gonna be the meter, and down here we're gonna have all the breakers. And let me tell you, little by little, it's coming along. Driving to the south, into the tropics, driving to the south. Well, it's been an incredibly productive week here in Taylor County, and Rob and Trish have been of invaluable help, not only because of their help, like physically, you know, helping me out in the property, but their knowledge and their wisdom. You know, they've done this before, so you know, they've done this before. That's basically it. So. And now it's going to be a long drive back to Miami. It figures. All right, here we are. I forgot to film it because I'm a bad YouTuber, but we installed our 50-30 amp box down there, and now Rob is figuring out how to connect it to the main panel.
Yeah, we actually didn't pass the inspection because we had to have at least one RV panel. So we're connecting one now, right here, right next to the main breaker.
Aluminum wire and metal, and you get corrosion, so this thing keeps it from happening.
Jim and Barb came to visit from Ohio, and Seth and Audrey from Georgia are here too.
How many people does it take to screw in a power line?
Yeah. Or to screw up, and I'm not so screwing
Screw up a power line.
More than 5.
That's for sure.
She was crying. They had her scared to death. I'm like, it's not that bad, kid.
That's how you do it.
I'm like, use it.
We got our first 50, 30, 20 amp pedestal installed.
There was a bluegrass festival today in Perry, but they cancelled due to inclement weather, so let's visit our local watering hole, Nowhere Grill.
Well, the rain stopped, and but they still canceled the bluegrass festival, so we came to the Nowhere Grill.
So I come from a small town about an hour outside of here, right? And I'm not going to tell you the name of my small town.
Some more shrimp balls and some corn nuggets. And the furries are here.
So we spent about 10 days in Georgia and now we're back to finish the work. Let's stop by the Captain's Hideaway, Apple and Rob's campground, to say hello and to find out about the latest neighborhood gossip. It is a beautiful sunset from Adams Beach, which is the closest access to the Gulf from Pelicamp, just over 2 miles by car. It is Friday and the well guy is here. He just finished digging the well at the Captain's Hideaway and now it is my turn. And I may have inherited the neighbor's dog.
What do you think? It is now April 23rd. And the well guy is here. He's going back Monday to start digging. And it looks like we're gonna have a well here very soon. But I thought might be last, might be the first thing we get. And the power company is also coming next week, Monday or Tuesday. Now I have to go after the septic guy. But for now we're gonna stay here boondocking for a little bit more before the live stream. And yeah, at some point I had to break down and turn on the generator because it's getting hot.
We're getting power! They ran the wire through the conduit and now they have to connect it somewhere up there. And we have a meter. The well guy has arrived. Let me tell you, after so many months waiting, it feels like now everything is falling into place at the same time. He has to cut a branch so he can position the rig vertically. Meanwhile, the power company, they keep doing their thing. Tri-County Co-op out of Madison, Florida is the power company here. While they keep doing that, let's see what's going on with the well. By the way, the well company I used, highest quality services. His name is Herbie, but I think his son Daniel does most of the work nowadays. And it looks like he's lifting the rig. That looks like dangerous work. And the digging begins. Actually, it is a lot more manual work than I thought, perforating the Earth's crust.
Turn it on.
so I get the honor of turning the power on for the first time.
Moment of truth. $124 volts. 123 volts. And having power means having air conditioner. Oh yeah, it feels good.
Oh no, he got stuck. And off they go. Thank you, Tri-County.
And I consume my first kilowatt hour.
It looks like he ran into solid rock, so he's gonna have to drill. And that's our well. No, I can't see anything.
17 and a half.
17 and a half. 21, 22 feet pipe going inside the casing into the ground, and now we're gonna see if we get some water here.
Not exactly clear, but let's wait. Yeah, I don't know much about this, but I don't think that brown color is good. Let's wait. It may clear up.
All right, quick update here from Pelicamp. The good news, as you heard, the sound of the compressor, we've got power. And that's a huge thing. That's great progress here in Pelicamp. And this is what they did. They brought, that conduit from up there, from the transformer. Of course, this part we did. We put it underground here. And now here's our electric box. We have our meter. We've consumed the whole 4 kilowatt hours since I've been here, been running the AC all day. It's a warm day here in Florida. And that's the good news. Now the bad news is the well is work in progress here. But when we put the pipe in, what came out, as you saw, was not clear. It looked like chocolate milk almost. So we'll see. He says he has a couple of tricks that he's gonna do tomorrow. Perhaps go deeper. We'll see. But that's the status here on Pelicamp as of today, April 26. So there you go. But overall, it's been a productive day. It's a brand new day here at Pelicamp, and I think today we're gonna go a little deeper, see if we can get a little better water here. And let me show you. Yep, that's what we're doing today. We're going a little deeper, get that clear water.
I don't know about a well, but I think we got ourselves a geyser. Maybe we can even charge admission and say we are the Yellowstone of the East. And he gave up. Just kidding. He's gonna finish the concrete pad at Apple and Rob's Captain's Hideaway, and then he's coming back, although it is looking more and more like a 3-day job.
It's been about an hour. They went to the Captain's Hideaway, as you saw, to do the concrete pad and finish things up over there. But let me show you. I just came in, I've been working, renaming files, getting some tedious work out of the way, but I just came back here just to see. Look at that. I think this is good news. Did you see that? I see clear water coming out. Well, to recap, day 2 of well drilling. The water's coming out pretty good, pretty clear, but he still doesn't have the pressure that he's looking for. So he may have to drill deeper tomorrow, probably over 100 feet. We don't know. I think we're at 72 feet right now. But as you saw, the water was only coming out to here, and he'd like to see it somewhere around here. So yeah, it's one of those things. I'm learning a lot actually about well drilling. Not enough, but I'm grasping the concept now. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Melvin is here. We're getting our septic today.
So he's gonna figure out here where to put the septic tank. Favorite pine tree right here. It'll grow.
They are going to use that screw on the pine tree as a guide for how deep they have to go. I didn't film it, but the soil scientist was here a few days ago taking some soil samples and he put that nail there. For the septic, I'm using Melvin's hauling. Melvin is the owner, and his son Jonathan and friend Danny showed up early to dig up the hole. And the tank is here.
Check that out. It's the Grand Canyon of Perry.
Daniel showed up now to finish up the well, and Jonathan is making sure we are at the right depth. They have this fancy laser system, and Melvin is operating the machine now.
It's an elevator.
Come up a little bit. Sammy, come up.
It is day 3, Wednesday, of this phase of the project here. As you can see, we have a septic tank in the ground, and the drain field is going to go that way towards the back. And that's pretty much being today, and well, he's still working on the well back there. So if all goes to plan, actually, if I can hold it long enough, tomorrow I might be able to dump in my own septic tank, which would be nice, right? And the only thing that worries me about the well is that the water coming out, it's coming out with a lot of pressure now, but it's not clear. Yeah, let's check on the pump. He said he was gonna leave it running until it ran out of gas. So let's check real quick. how the water's looking. Look at that. It looks like a creek going through our property here. And look at that. I don't know, but that looks like pretty clean water to me.
Looks like we're getting our driveway today. I opted for asphalt millings. It is more expensive, but it is going to look so much better at the end. And less dust.
Well, what do you know? Decided to park it inside for the first time, and it's in that odd position because that's the only way that I can get power. Rob is getting me a longer power cable tomorrow. Anyways, I snoozed, I fell asleep for a little bit, and when I woke up, we already had a driveway. I'm still not fully awake, but yeah, look at that. It almost looks like pavement in some parts. Of course, it is asphalt millings, and it's still a little soft, so I shouldn't be walking too much on it. And I guess he poured some water on it, and it'll probably start getting worn out with time. But other than that, I think it's gonna be great.
Went to Tractor Supply with Rob to get all this stuff, and today we're gonna build ourselves a fence. And sometimes you choose a dog, sometimes the dog chooses you. And Seth also came by to help. And I haven't properly introduced them, but Seth and Audrey are also buying property here on our street, so they're gonna be neighbors. Herbie came too, and that's a slick-looking submersible pump. Here's our 86-gallon tank. That's it. We've got water. I want to thank Daniel and his father Herbie for the great job they did.
Let me welcome you into our humble, what should we call it? It is a homestead, but it's not really a homestead. This is, I'm gonna call it my own little private campsite here in the eastern panhandle. Yeah, the Colorado, as you can see. Oh yeah, it's dirty, but lots of progress here, and I had every intention of doing the live stream from here, but the internet is still a little sketchy here. This originally wasn't supposed to be an actual RV site, but we cleared this area to put the well, and for now, you know, it makes a good site for Minitini II. We have the power right here, and let me show you back here. This is our brand new, this was installed today. It's our brand new well right here. 91 feet into the Earth's crust, and we get the beautiful water here. Let me show you. I mean, this oh, look at that. Yeah, that just empties the whole tank, but as you can see, it is running now. It is completely silent. It is beautiful because that pump is down there, you know, in the, I mean, the air conditioner from Minitini makes more noise than the well. We have a phase 1 and a phase 2. Phase 1, this is going to be site 1, where Minitini, the old one, is going to reside. On phase 2, eventually, this is the whatever permanent structure we decide to put there. That's the neighbors. Eventually, all this vegetation will grow, and they seem like nice people, but you know, it's better, you know, to have privacy. Now back here, this is gonna be eventually where Minitini 1 will reside, but for now it's in the front because this is phase 2. This is gonna be done next winter or so. And here we have it, our septic tank. It hasn't quite gotten around to finishing, you know, we still need to do the drain field going that way, but it's gonna look nice. This is gonna be nice once it's done, you know. And then this back here, and eventually we'll grow some vegetation too as a barrier, because you know, these guys are very nice people, but you know, you also want your privacy. This is gonna be the permanent, not the permanent, but pull-through site for Minitini 2, 3, 4, whatever RV I happen to have at the time. And back here somewhere I'm gonna put it like a little shed for tools and that kind of thing. But this is Pelicamp. It's coming along. It's coming along. This past week we've accomplished a lot more than I thought we were able to accomplish, and I'm so happy with that fence in the front. And here's all the materials to do a fence in the back. That's gonna take a little more work. There's some clearing that we're gonna have to do. So yeah, this is, and I'm recording this just and now my phone decides to tell me nicely done, 9 hours active. Yeah, we've been active pretty much all day. The wheels are turning, that's a good sign. Rob, thank you for taking care of Minitini. And see you soon.
Now it is time for Minitini, number 1, the original, to take its rightful place at Pelicamp. And we've got wildlife, Florida wildlife, right across the street. Here we go, both Minitinis together for the first time. Because that one time in Miami doesn't really count. It's coming along nicely.
Okay, here's the plan. Yesterday I bought this tool shed at Home Depot, went all the way to Tallahassee. And today we're gonna put it right here. I'm gonna start building it. When it gets too hot, I'll take a break. And really the only missing piece of this puzzle is RV panels. I haven't been able to find any anywhere, but I'm confident that we'll get some eventually.
Yeah, it's like an IKEA, just more complicated. I'm going to clear the area and start building. It is kind of a difficult job to do by yourself, so I got a tripod as a helper. Okay, I give up. I'll finish tomorrow.
Well, it's gonna be a busy morning here in Pelicamp. I already went to town, got me a ladder, and they already came, brought all the materials for the for the drain field. And now here we got that's Jonathan, Melvin's son. He's gonna start excavating here, and that's our friendly pit bull. We're getting septic today.
It almost looks like packaging material, doesn't it? And by the way, it is May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you. I was really hoping I'd be able to keep some of these trees here in the middle, but the drain field is just too big. Melvin has arrived with a big Ming machine. He even has air conditioner in there. That concrete Pelican, I bought it a couple of days ago on my way back from Tallahassee. Very serendipitous. Oh no, my trees. So sad, but it had to be done. And here's the final product. The septic is in, and I'm just gonna take a good look for future reference so we know where everything is.
Well, here's what's going on at Pelicamp. Steve arrived in his lazy days. I love those Class C's. And over here, Melvin is covering up the septic. We're making progress. I think we're making progress. And it's getting hot. Isn't it getting hot, Danny?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Florida. Right.
Hey, it's summer in Florida.
Summer in Florida.
Nothing ever happens.
That's all that remains visible of the tank. The next step, sewer lines.
Oh, they showed up this morning. It's really early. It's already dropping some of that, some of those millings here. And it looks like we're getting our sewer pipes laid in today, or trenching and all that this afternoon. Here he comes. And there she is, you know, she still thinks she lives here. Watch out, Kate. He's coming. He's coming for you.
Yeah, they came at the crack of dawn. Beautiful morning here at Pelicamp. Jonathan is back to dig up the trenches for the sewer and also the water and power lines, and Steve is filming in the background. And I have my first dump station.
quick update. It is now afternoon. I'm drenched in sweat because it is hot and humid in Florida today. We were expecting some rain, but it hasn't happened. And there's light at the end of the tunnel here. The shed is almost done. I only need to put the doors. And here, as far as the septic goes, let me show you. Jonathan is there digging the second trench. And here is the first trench. As you can see, we have, going into the tank. And here's getting ready for phase 2 someday. That's what's gonna go to site number 2, and then we're gonna have a dump station right there, and then site number 1, which will be the guest site eventually. Back there. It's exhausting with the heat, but we're getting there. I'm gonna take a break now, and then I'm gonna finish that shed back there while Jonathan finishes that ditch, that trench ditch.
Part of the reason I'm doing all this drone flying is to have a graphical record of where everything is underground. Like a blueprint of sorts. So if I ever need to repair or change something in the future, I know where everything is. And just like that, everything is gonna get covered up. Like nothing ever happened. And now he's gonna finish the driveway. I'm gonna go make my first dump, and then I'm heading back to Miami and see if I can buy some of those RV panels anywhere.
Well, yes, this would eventually be the main site, right here in front of our big, open area. I can't believe I almost got stuck there. That it's been raining all morning, and the sand is wet. I'm even kind of nervous, going around the rotunda now, but we will. Let me get the rake so I can fix that. And yeah, it looks good. Looks good. The main site looks very nice right there.
Went back to Tallahassee, brought myself some 200 amp wire, and I was also able to find the RV pedestal panels I was looking for. So we're set for the electrical installation. Let me make the ditch a little deeper so I can make the conduit fit. And I'm also gonna need some extra room to be able to feed this thick cable through it. Cutting the wire and giving myself a lot of slack because this cannot be undone. A little bit of a pain dealing with this very thick wire. I waited till next morning to continue. It's just too hot in the afternoon. And Kate the Pitbull came to keep me company. Let me tell you, it always takes longer the first time, but this one is now done. And I lost one of the screws. It is somewhere buried in the sand. Removing that metal plate at the bottom is also a major pain, you know where. Now for the fun part. Let's turn off the main breaker because I've gotten shocked before and it's not fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remove the ground wire from the internet. Yes, I forgot to film it, but we have internet now too.
I didn't show you that part, but if Kate will indulge me here, I did, bring the wires into the conduit, into this part here, and now they're coming out through here. Now all we need is, all that's left is to connect them, and we're good.
Now that we have partial hookups, let's move Minitini II to its site. Greg, Casita RV Live, came to help me run the water lines. Well, he did most of the work, actually. I just acted as assistant, pipe holder, that sort of thing.
Well, the camera ran out of tape. What decade am I in? Anyway, yeah, the memory card filled up. But look at that, we finished. Well, Greg mostly finished here. Of course, Greg of invaluable help here, and we now have water. Look at that. We have our faucet here. No leaks. It's a beautiful, beautiful water we're getting here. I think there's gotta be a some kind of spring underneath us, because let me tell you something. Zephyr Hills tastes like tap water compared to the water we're getting here. It's amazing, and yeah, now we have pipes going all the way to Minitini II. And eventually Minitini III back there. So Pelicamp is officially complete infrastructure-wise. But now we still need, the cosmetic stuff, make it look pretty, cover all these ditches, and do some mulching. So the batey area, let's call it the batey. It's the Taino word for like central gathering place or something like that. And that's it. Now on the next trip, I'm gonna show you a little more of the area. We're gonna start doing more touristy stuff now that the infrastructure is complete. What shall we name him, or her, or it? We gotta come up with a name for our mascot here at Pelicamp, right?
Well, going to Pelicamp once again. But this might be the last trip to Pelicamp that is going to be to work. So the last time we were there, Pelicamp pretty much done. This time around, we're gonna finish that asphalt millings driveway. I'm gonna try to work on the fence and covering the ditches. That's about it. The next time we come, it's gonna be for fun. Here we are once again arriving in Pelicamp. Yeah, that branch has got to go.
Was the longest drive ever, but we're settled here now. I'm gonna have my IPA there in a little bit. A lot of growth here. Nature is growing rapidly. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to bring out the lawnmower and mow a little bit here, and then tomorrow afternoon we're gonna get the wood chipper from the average campers, from Rob and Trish, and we might start doing some wood chipping. All this random wood that I have everywhere, and all those dead branches on some of these trees. Why not, mulch them? So, yeah, as night falls here at Pelicamp, I put the flag back up. I have to transplant Max McLear's cactus because it is kind of leaning. I fear for its life, and but everything looks great. Just a little more overgrown. Even some of the palmettos are growing on the. And hopefully by the day after tomorrow or Wednesday, we're gonna get the second load of these asphalt millings, which is gonna go, you know, all around the rotunda. I'm gonna show you. This is the final trip. The next trip is gonna be fun, I promise. Well, this has been fun developing the property, but the next trip is gonna be like we're gonna go to some springs or, you know, enjoy what the area has to offer.
It looks like it's going to rain.
There's the Arizona cactus. Let's hope it survives.
That does not sound good. What do you think, Taylor?
Yeah, that's an aerial shot of the property, so I figured out where the drain field for the septic is, and so that's what I've been doing this morning, a little bit of that. So I put these pink flags here where I believe, oh, we got condensation. Yeah, that's what happens when you have air conditioner and crazy humidity and heat out here. So what I've been doing also, looking for all these sticks buried in the sand here and trying to pile them up. Of course, I marked more or less. You know, I did something interesting. I took the survey of the property, and I figured out how many feet width the property has, and I kind of mocked that up on that. Oh man, the humidity is crazy. And I kind of mocked that up on Photoshop. You know, I drew the property line, and then I made each foot 10 pixels on the image. You know, I resized it, and that's kind of I figured out. I kind of measured from the center of these trees and from the pine tree, more or less. You know, it was 30 feet from the pine tree and 25 feet from this. And what I'm gonna do now, you know, a couple of months ago, Mr. CLT Alex gave me this lawnmower, so I'm gonna see if I can start it and mow a little bit. You know, a lot of overgrowth. This one I might keep. You know, so some plants, if they're not in an area where I want to do something else, you know, it's good to have green. But the rain never came. But you know who came? Rob, and he let me borrow his wood chipper, so I'm gonna be chipping some wood.
It is really harder than it looks. Now, what do I do? It is a futile attempt to try and cover this ditch, so I'm just gonna tell Jonathan to do it when he comes to finish the driveway. And he did. Pelicamp is now complete. I did make a mistake, and there is a narrow, very tight turn in the back, so we're gonna have to widen the driveway at some point. But other than that, this is it. The dream has become a reality.
So yes, at this point, Pelicamp is pretty much complete. We've done the septic, we've done the electric, we have water, beautiful water from that well. And right now I just the next step is to enjoy it. There are certain things, of course, nothing is ever finished. There are certain cosmetic enhancements I want to do, trees I want to plant, and maybe some flowers, and finish the fence through this area that is like a very thick, all these palmettos. It's a very thick brush. But other than that, I'm very satisfied with the way it looks. That's the original trailer, by the way, and it's a very quiet area. We have nice neighbors, and it's a nice place to call your own. And I've learned a lot. I've learned so much about developing a property like this that now we can maybe think about doing Pelicamp West, Pelicamp North, Pelicamp. You know, the dream is to have more than one of this type of properties around the United States where we can park the trailer. Yeah. Until the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road, which today brought us to this often forgotten part of Florida.
I want to express my most sincere gratitude to Rob and Trish, Shannon, Greg, Mark, Apple and Rob, Seth and Audrey, Melvin, Jonathan, Danny, Herbie, Daniel, Derek, and everybody else who somehow contributed to making this idea a reality.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, and 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah.